Hi everybody, Aundrea De Leon here. And today we're going to talk about the 3 inconvenient truths that about your relationship with stress. And actually I'm going to share 3 myths about stress that most people have or that a lot of people share and how that can be impacting your career, your personal life, your relationships, and a tool or technique that is surprisingly simple and easy that can help you shift that quickly, rapidly, easily, and help you get out of stress into a state of flow and productivity. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Aundrea De Leon, and I work with seasoned professionals who are exceptional at getting results, but have hit a brick wall. I help them break through that and start getting results in less than 60 days. So let's get back to our topic today. Let's talk about the 3 inconvenient truths about stress and how it impacts your life. So we know, or maybe you know or don't know, but stress is a number 1 topic. And actually, stress is one of the number 1 topics about how it's impacting people in their work life, it's impacting in their professional life, and how stress actually impacts your body physically. So, what most people, and especially if you're in the United States, up until just recent events, your productivity, your busyness, your sense of busy was kind of a measure of success. So, the more stress you had in your life, kind of the more successful that you were. And so, one of the first myths about stress that I want to share is that a lot of people have this belief that if I'm not busy, if I'm not in a constant state of go and push, if I lower my stress level and get calmer, that I'm going to lose my competitive edge. I'm going to lose my edge. I'm going to lose my ability to problem solve, to break through, to get things done. And that is absolutely not true. And in fact, there's so much science and data and research done about how so much stress and being under stress actually lowers your productivity. um, there's some good and bad. We'll talk about that in a minute. But reducing your stress doesn't mean losing your edge. Actually, reducing your stress gives you an ability to actually get in a state of flow and to actually have more creative problem solving abilities. A lot of people, especially high performers, people in very analytical roles, people in high pressure type of roles, they almost become addicted to stress. It becomes a way of being. And because we love what's familiar when we're not under stress, we almost go through this withdrawal kind of period of like, oh my God, I'm not performing, I'm not getting results. This is unfamiliar for me. And so we kind of work to get back into that state of stress and push, because we feel like that's when we get the most done. That's when we were at our best. The other myth that goes along with this, the second myth about stress, is that hard work and grind is the only path to success. So again, that kind of plays on that I have to push all the time, I have to grind all the time. Hard work is the only way to get there. And in fact, there are some people that have the perception that if it's too easy, it's not valuable enough. It's not good enough. It can't be this easy. I didn't work hard enough for this, so I don't deserve it. I needed to work harder. There's not enough reward or appreciation of, oh my gosh, that just came so easy for you. You didn't have to work for that. I've heard people say that. I've heard people say that to themselves, probably said it to myself before. So we have this perception and kind of this reward system built in that we have to grind and push all the time. And the interesting thing is that there is actually there's a balance, right? There we need to have those moments of push and productivity and working hard, but it needs to come with a balance of coming back and de-stressing, releasing stress, taking a step back and looking at things from a different perspective and getting into a state of calm, because actually we get into more productivity when we do that. So when we're able to focus for a period of time, maybe a 2 hour time block or a 1.5 hour time block, and really focus and push through that, and then come back and actually de-stress from that and recenter, kind of reshift our mindset, we actually get more productivity for 3 to 4 hours after doing that than pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing all day long. And so a lot of people, if you have transitioned from an office environment to a work from home environment, a lot of times there's some stress that builds up around that because work never seems to shut off. since it's here in my own personal space, I'm on all the time. And that is leading and expediting people into burnout and fatigue, which is, takes stress to a whole new level psychologically, emotionally, and often physically. The third myth about stress is that stress is bad, that all stress is bad. So the truth is that prolonged stress, consistent stress, not unreleased stress, etc. Yes, it takes a toll on your body. It takes a toll physically. It produces high levels of cortisol, which leads to weight. It also leads to actually decreased mental function and all kinds of other things. But not all stress is bad. So I'm sure you've had moments where you've felt super excited about something, kind of nervous energy about something. That's good stress. That's good stress that's going to motivate you. That kind of gets you, I'm going to, kind of the ready, set before I'm playing the game, right? Before you go on stage to speak. Even before I came on here to do this live, there's this little bit of nervous energy there. And that's a good form of stress. There's actually some excitement behind it. So some stress is good because it does motivate us. It pushes us. It kind of increases our adrenaline and gets us moving forward. But in that state all the time, it's not the best for us. So a surprising tool or technique that most people aren't even aware of is easy and simple and available to them is the use of hypnotherapy. And why hypnotherapy is helpful in terms of combating stress is because in hypnotherapy, we can get the mind into alpha states and delta states, which is actually moves your mind into higher states of processing. 10-15 minute hypnotherapy session literally can move you, de-stress your body, open and expand your mental processing, increase your levels of consciousness, in another word, and increase your problem solving, your creativity. It gives you an opportunity to step back, see yourself, see things from a different view, and allow creative answers, solutions, and opportunities to come to you that maybe you wouldn't have had before. So when we're in that go, 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 and we're constantly seeking answers, it's almost like our blinders come on and we can only see in the tunnel. But when we can slow down and allow our thinking and our brain to expand, we actually can see more opportunities, bigger pictures, different views of people and situations that oftentimes allow us to get those creative genius moments, those moments of, oh my gosh, why didn't I think about that before? I always tell people, if you've lost something, if you've lost your keys, if you've, lost a piece of jewelry or a lipstick, the first thing to do is stop looking for it. Because when you're thinking hard and pushing and you're stressed out because you've lost something, your brain actually shuts down and it's not helping you. So if you've lost something, stop thinking about it and stop looking for it and sit back. And if you actually kind of like use what I tell my kids, use imagination station, rewind and replay, your brain already knows where it is, where you left it, where you last touched it. Even if you can't remember right here in front of you, suddenly you might get this aha moment that goes, oh, right, that's where I was last. So if you've lost something, stop looking and start sitting back and just quietly hearing or replaying, where could it be? That's just a simple example. So if you are in a state where you're wanting to try a new tool or technique, if you want to try a simple, quick, easy, short meditation, 10 to 12 minutes that actually is meant to de-stress you, get you into a state of relaxation so that you can have more productivity, leave me a comment below. I'll direct message you and I'll send you a sample self-hypnosis that you can use at any time of the day to take a quick time out, lower your stress levels, expand your mental processing, your creativity, your consciousness, and see if that doesn't help you with moments of flow, productivity, boosting your getting into a task that maybe you've been procrastinating from, or just overall feeling like you can handle what's coming at you in the world. So again, my name is Aundrea De Leon. I reprogram human beings for success. I upgrade your operating system. I upgrade your system so that you can navigate the world in a much better, productive way for yourself. Again, I work with seasoned professionals who are great at getting results, but maybe have hit that brick wall to break through that brick wall and start getting results in their lives in less than 60 days. I hope you found this valuable. and we'll see you again soon with more information.